Hey, listen, I just want to call out one person.
And I hate myself a lot.
But stuff. You're getting punched in the dick.
There needs to be more Street Shark references.
I say who?
That's funny as hell.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Underqualified and Overcompensated Podcast. I am your swivelly host with the least most. I am Red-Nosed Rhodes. Much like Rudolph, I'm going to lead you through this fog of bullshit that is in the life to the promised land. That's what I'm here for.
Cody, the red-nosed redneck. What? Oh, Kenny. Wait, here. I'm going to start the show off before I'm even introduced. Hey, Kenny, guess what?
Hey, Kenny, go fuck yourself.
No, Kenny's a
I'm going to call out one Oklahoman.
I'm going to call out one Kenny Golden. Kenny, I need your team to just step up in the Uno Fantasy League. I'm going for a perfect loss streak. I need your guys to pull this out.
Yeah, I don't appreciate you trying to throw your fucking fantasy down the drain after me. Like, if you could have started last week with me, that would have been great. My team decided to do that, and so I could have dealt with the consideration of you also doing that. Like, take out a kicker and a defense. But you know what? When Kenny's kicker goes out and gets 20 points of fucking self, I had no chance. And then my kicker decided to not even remotely get close to field goal range and get 0 points. And then my defense was like, -1, bro. We're keeping this going. I had 0 points in the first 3 games.
The laces were in.
It was rough. But to my left, Feinhorn. To my left, your right, the sultry ASMR voice that's in your dreams, pulling you from the nightmare, Rico.
It's okay. It's just me, Rico, here, part of the Underqualified and Overcompensated. Listen to me breathe. All good, Kenny. Love you.
Not with me, Kenny. Fuck you. Kenny destroyed me last week. He had no compassion, no mercy, just straight up went for the jugular.
I still love on week 1, it was you and me against each other. And I'm pretty sure we scored the highest out of anybody, but we were against each other. I would have beaten anybody else.
Both of us did. The two of us scored the highest out of the whole league. And then the next week, I almost scored the lowest. It was real close. And then now this week, I don't know. We'll see how this goes.
We'll see how it goes. That's all the fantasy talk. All the fantasy talk, because Tyler Firth, he's on assignment, and he will not be joining us this evening. Totally okay, brother. You do your thing.
Yep. He's not here right now. That's perfectly fine.
Kenny's sending his messages in Morse code. This one was exactly 45 seconds ago.
In Morse code.
All good, man.
Maybe 20 minutes in between each message. So, how are you? Let's kick it off. You know?
I'm well.
Yeah.
You know, I recently switched mics from a condenser mic to a dynamic mic because I heard it would pick up less noise. But there are a bunch of children here, and they're upsetting my dog, so I apologize if you hear everything.
I think that's more of the gain problem. You know, trying to get that beautiful symmetry.
It's rough skis. It's been a good week though. You know, yesterday I was supposed to do inventory for the entire brigade. What I did instead was what was yesterday? Yesterday was Friday. What I did was instead I cleaned the battalion aid station because nobody else does it.
Because why would you? When you have your brigade into
Save me a seat, Kenny. Save me a seat.
You know what, Kenny? You have a better time. You go do you, buddy.
Otherwise, everything is grand. I redid my garage today again for the fifth time. The kids, well, I'm
Sounds
sure will be
productive.
in there for within the next 48 hours, completely destroy it, and I'll have an unusable space
Of course.
for probably another 6 months, and go from there.
Yep.
Oh, Andy's
Oh,
in the
Andy.
house. Hey, boys.
Hey, little buddy. See, I had a busy week.
Hmm.
Thursday, I went to Import Qual. I was a safety, and I watched a bunch of hospital people try to figure out how rifles work.
Hmm.
So that was fun.
Rifles are hard.
Yeah, it hurt me deep in my soul.
I hear you get it's like a nuke going off. Like
Yeah,
it can give you from just one shot alone, it can give you PTSD. That
I
that's
mean,
that's crazy to me.
from watching these guys try to shoot, I have PTSD. Yeah,
PTSD is not a laughing matter. We're making a joke for context, and there we go.
yeah, and there's that disclaimer. Don't yell at us. Yeah, that was bad. I mean, it's not their fault. We just don't train as much as the Force Com guys do at the
Yes.
hospital. So it's inevitable. You take people just much like basic training. Take people who have never trained before, try to get them to shoot. It takes a little bit. We don't have that kind of time before we go to a range, so I just have to watch them butt fuck a rifle.
It's totally different.
Yeah,
Medcom, it's like, yeah, I guess we gotta check the block. You're in Forcecom. Hey Doc, we need you to go shoot the grenade launcher. All right.
bad. Yeah. Out of 40 some odd people, we had 12 qualified. Only 2 got over 30. Besides the safeties, all of the Force Com guys like myself. Um, and I had one guy almost shoot other people, and then another
Oh yeah.
person I almost had to boot in the chest because he was not paying attention. So that was fun.
Patron and Jaeger, Kenny, you're hitting the reset button tonight. Good for you, my guy.
Yeah, just fucking factory reset that shit. Yeah, I almost had to physically assault an LT, so that was
Nice.
fun.
That's always
Yeah,
fun.
yeah. I said, "Sir, drop your magazine and eject the round." And he turned and goes, "What?" And I was standing right next to him, and I reached out for the barrel, and I was lifting my leg to fucking kick him in the chest, and he pulled back real quick.
Don't you know who I am? I bounced for 2 evenings.
It was a complete fucking reactionary. I remember seeing my drill sergeant do it in basic, and that was
Uh-huh.
it was just adrenaline and what the fuck is this guy doing? And I reached, lifted my leg, utter fear on his face. He turns.
Mhm.
I was like, okay, we're good. Cleared his round. I turned around to the tower, and the NCOSC standing there like, I was like,
So wait a minute. Let me get this straight. Your first reaction was not to tackle this individual, but to do a flying Roadhouse kick and potentially get shot right in the taint.
no. So I was right next to him. I wasn't away from him.
Oh,
I was
okay.
like a foot away from him. I was checking the weapon to make sure
Uh,
it was safe. So
uh,
I'm right next to him on the berm, standing, and he's right there. And I was like, eject around. And he turned. He couldn't hear me because he still had his fucking ears in. And he
that's safety.
turns to go, but doesn't put his rifle down. Turns. And so as it's turning, he's within arm's reach. So I reached out for the barrel, and I was about to fucking boot his ass off the berm.
Yes, yeah, this was the Spartan fucking range apparently.
We were now.
It is that is I'm no lawyer myself. I'm an internet lawyer. I go to lawyermd.com where I find out
Which
if
also tells you have cancer.
yes, you killed my joke. You stepped on it.
All right.
You kicked my joke like you were gonna kick an LT that just flagged the fuck out of you.
That LT was going down, man. If I had full extension, he was going airborne. Like he was about 5 inches shorter than me, like a buck 40. He was gonna go.
Oh, we've got confirmation. Chris is right.
Oh,
Statute of limitations is 2 weeks. There
I'll
we
start
go.
looking up his address. That's castle law, right? I have
Yeah,
castle statute
yeah.
in
That's
Texas.
that's when you
Yeah.
attack another castle, but you do it to get spoils, so you're good, right?
No, that's the Alamo. Yeah.
Never forget.
Yeah. never forget. Yeah. So then I had that. So that happened. That brush show. We were there all day. Hence why I look like this. All sorts of fucking burnt. It was fine. I need some color, obviously.
I think you needed a different color, not just cherry red.
Yeah. It'll calm down. It'll calm down. I work inside all day. Fucking cool it.
You
Uh,
damage government property, though. You're in trouble.
I'm still workable, but much like a broken striker, we can just wheel this shit down the hill.
Reigns is Circle X'd.
100%. I've been Circle X for years.
I was gonna say, if I have to be honest, I've been Circle X for a while myself.
Yeah. Go over my knees and they're like, "You want a profile?" I was like, "Nah, man, just fucking write that shit off. I just want to document it."
Every time they come to me, I get like a message like, "Hey, you want to do an ACFT tomorrow?" No.
But then we went to the zoo today in Waco.
I'm
Not a
familiar
bad
with
zoo.
the zoo trip.
Yeah, not a bad. None of my children fell out of a stroller this time. No trauma. Fantastic. It was fun. The girls had a great time. The zoo's not bad. Didn't have any pandas. So I was a little upset about that.
Yes.
And their lions were fucking lazy as shit. But other than that, not a bad zoo. Not bad. Nuremberg was better.
Nuremberg, yeah. So I went to the zoo here in El Paso, and it wasn't.
It's just 4 donkeys, like
wow,
like an
that's
armadillo.
offensive. That's wildly offensive. They are
El Paso is
burros.
Oh no, that's more offensive.
No, it was all right. It was all right. The zoo in Germany, surprisingly, a cold ass country, was significantly better. Oh, fuck.
We went on a really good day though when we went. Like we went on a solid day.
Oh, this is what I was gonna tease. If you want to see some behind the scenes memes of Rhodes' trip to trip to the zoo, courtesy of his wife, not me. I had nothing to do with it. Let's try to get some numbers on our Discord.
Oh god, that was. I had a 1-foot-long corn dog, and my wife knew exactly what she was doing, and took a picture and sent it to Rico. And I was like, "Did you just take a picture of me?" She's like, "Yeah, I'm sending it to Rico." I was like, within 5 seconds, there's going to be 20 memes of me.
I only did 5.
And 8 of them are going to be pornographic.
They were all
surprisingly tasteful.
Yeah, but even in the thing, I was like, I'm not going to put them up.
Yeah. Like, none of them was like of me, like, superimposed on Bonnie Rotten's, like, body, just taking it deep.
Is that 2 Bonnie Rottens in a week? Well,
I know, it was the only one that popped in my mind, honestly. Yeah, he didn't put me on Mia Khalifa's body just getting railed. Although the Johnny Sins one was pretty spot on. That was pretty good. Ryder likes the double reference.
he did the one last
He
week.
did.
That's correct.
It was the callback. But yeah, so it was a good day. Good week. Not bad.
Good.
Yeah.
Do you think that
Do I know the Muffin Man?
Yes, I know you know the Muffin Man. I'll make that meme next. Do you think the zoo in Waco, or perhaps the zoo in El Paso, would be better funded if people paid their taxes?
I believe that many things would be better if people were to pay their taxes. Maybe, perhaps, I could get more than just like a 2% raise every year. Some people are like, "Oh, 2%, that's not bad." Fucking like $20.
I love how
I donate. I get more money donating plasma.
I was scrolling through. We're off topic already. I was scrolling through the old
Fine.
Facebook feed, and I saw an Army Times, not Army What the Fuck. Although Army What the Fuck is kind of more reliable sometimes.
That's where I get most of my military news from. They come out with like the new regs. I'm like, oh, this is legit.
And then the fucking thing that I saw, I said COLA adjustments for CONUS people, and I was like, yes, they finally listened to the underqualified and overcompensated. They heard me bitching
Like
about
$20.
No, it's just for like retired people, for vets and shit. Not the people that are actively in the situation.
They did finally increase the BAH in several places that have massive inflation. Boise being one of them, oddly enough, and Salt Lake.
Well, we've talked about that. All that's going to lead to is the renters, the landlords, the lords of land, if you will, just charging more for their shit. That's all that's going to fucking happen. COLA.
Well, I mean, in certain places, yeah. Cola, that's straight to the pocket, buddy.
That's straight to the pocket,
But
buddy.
those things could be better if things were properly funded. And the key way that government thinks, roads, transit, metro, stuff like that,
Mhm.
they're funded by taxes. You and I paying the taxes that we're paid to pay them. And other people of certain affluence who should pay better. Rico, do you have anyone in mind?
I think we should take the lead from our commander in chief. He is saying that people that are making
I'm not even currently aware we're having this conversation.
people that are making oodles of money should
Oodles.
oodles
Oodles of noodles of
oodles
money.
of noodles of money should be paying their fair share. And I think, as it recently came out from the New York Post, Fox News, a couple of other sources.
Ryder, did you mean your taxes?
Yes, always pay your
It's
taxes
on his
first.
taxes first to warm them up.
Old Joey B. He might be a $500K delinquent in back taxes. I think
As
he
you
should-
do as a public servant.
I think he should have checked his references before he started going after people in taxes.
Isn't there like a background check to make sure you're not like in debt?
No, you just have to be a U.S. citizen.
87 years old.
87 years old.
Yeah.
How old was Obama? He was.
Oh, he was the
He was the
second youngest.
Oh, his
No.
second youngest?
JFK was the youngest.
Mm,
He was the second youngest, I believe,
okay.
after JFK.
Yeah, I believe it. I don't even need to fact check that. I believe
Yeah,
it.
I think Joe Biden is the oldest.
Yeah. I mean, him and old Donnie T. They were similar.
Yeah, actually, it was Theodore Roosevelt at 42, JFK at 43, Bill Clinton at 46.
Roosevelt was only 42. It was a different time. You looked much older at 42 then.
Right? That man looked ancient at 42. Fuck, moisturized, man. Ulysses S. Grant, 46. Obama was 47.
He was 47.
Okay, so never mind. Obama's the fifth youngest.
I'm just saying. I think Joe Biden, he's going to go ahead and pay all $500K in his back taxes just to lead by example. Just go ahead.
He gets paid $450 a year.
So how does he afford his multiple mansions?
Investments. Smart
Investments.
investments. So actually, Joe Biden, our
Uh-huh.
46th president,
Uh-huh.
is the oldest at 78 at the age of inauguration.
It doesn't show. He's so fast.
Yeah,
He's just like
he's the fastest. He's fast as fuck, bro.
he's the fastest fucking president alive.
Yeah, J. Trump was 70.
Mhm.
Ronald Reagan was 69. Harrison, he was the 9th president at 68 years old. I'm surprised they even lived that long back then.
Sorry, I'm dying from writer's comment.
Yeah.
He should just forego it and just apply his entire year's salary towards the back taxes. Maybe you could talk it out to the IRS, get maybe a deal, cut $50K off, and just knock it out. Bam.
I mean, he owns the IRS. Can he just fund it?
He doesn't own the IRS. Nobody owns the IRS.
Someone owns it. The Koch brothers? Or do they own it?
The IRS owns the IRS. I mean, come on.
It's like paying your own taxes to pay your taxes.
Yes, like we do.
Mm.
Like I brought up last week, expecting a lengthy conversation, and it lasted all of 30 seconds.
That's because you're like, that's because you said, would you pay the taxes to pay our salaries so we can pay taxes? And we all went, uh-huh.
in my broaching the wall of inebriation, it felt like a hot take. But then I forgot my audience. Like
We forgot that we've all had this conversation in a smoke pit somewhere.
The way that fell was whenever I make a meme that I send to the Uno Triforce group on Facebook, for our production thing, I always show my wife the memes, and she's like, yeah, okay. It just falls fucking flat, and every time I just look at her in anger, like, you're not my target demo.
Not even remotely. She's like the most non-veteran veteran. Medcom her entire 4 years of the military.
No, Joe Biden does not pay for anything. Nothing
No,
whatsoever.
no president does. I mean, come on,
But he
man.
hasn't been paying for anything for years, though. That's why he's
Yeah.
got multiple mansions. He's got a fucking island or some shit next to fucking Epstein Island,
Investments.
allegedly.
You invest in companies, insider trade.
Insider trade is not a legal thing.
It is if you're a politician.
Hot
Wasn't
takes.
like fucking last year Pelosi did some insider trading and no one did shit?
No one does a fucking thing. I cannot believe this fucking Skeletor motherfucker is still. Not even Skeletor. Skeletor. I can get behind Skeletor. This fucking Crypt Keeper motherfucker. Tales from the Pelosi.
Fucking on the button.
Save that.
On the button. You know what, ladies and gentlemen, when I become overruler of the Twinks universe, I don't know, now that I'm bald, am I even considered a twink? I need gay Facebook to let me know.
No, I think your stature still gets you there, so you
Does
cannot.
it?
You can't, pull off a nice, side part or anything like that. But you're still in the zone, I think. At least that's
like
what
from
I
the neck down.
And at least that's what I do in my Rhodes fan fiction.
Okay. You still write me in there. Okay.
Oh
Good.
yeah, you're still
Good.
the
It's
top.
still only you and that one guy from high school? All right, awesome. I meant Andy. But yeah, I think that if you're over the age of 65, you should not be in Congress or the Senate.
Can you see Joe? Can you see fucking old Joey B going to Best Buy to go get the new iPhone? Of course he ain't going to get that shit. He's definitely not paying for it. He's getting gift baskets every motherfucking day.
Oh, he gets that shit for free because if he's like using it as he's walking in the Air Force One, people are like, "Oh shit, you got the new Galaxy Fold, bro."
No, he doesn't. Because
No, of course he doesn't. He doesn't operate an iPhone.
I would be willing to bet that he has comped a secure iPhone by Apple.
Oh yeah.
Because even in media, if you're watching a thing and you don't know who the bad guy is, wait till they pick up their phone. Apple has a clause that no bad person, can hold an iPhone. So do
they seriously?
Yes, that's an actual thing. So every movie now.
That's why they use Windows phones.
Every movie now has been spoiled for you. If you're wondering who the bad guy is, when they're all picking up their phone in the group call, the person with the Android, that's the bad dude.
You broke current movies for me.
You're gonna be looking.
You realize I'm now going to be looking so closely at their phone. I'm going to miss all the other plots.
Thing. I promise you, this is an actual.
It's going to get halfway through, and someone's going to pick up the phone and be like, "Babe, he's the bad guy." She's like, "Yeah, we know. They showed it 30 minutes ago.
Look at his phone."
Yeah, I'm going to be like, "Wait, no, I just realized that he's the bad guy. He's got Android." She's like, "Yeah, he murdered someone 20 minutes ago." I was looking for phones, man.
He's not old dirty JB. He ain't. He's not hacking anything. That's what Hunter's for. Hunter's doing the. Speaking of Hunter Biden, I was watching Fox News, a snippet on YouTube, and this dude was like talking crap. And
by the way, Ryder, this was way too far of a coherent conversation to ever be proven right.
It's Mrs. Ryder. So this guy. His main talking points were how Hunter Biden likes low-quality hookers. and
Wait, what? Who? What the fuck are you talking about?
So Hunter Biden's emails are trickling through, right? And it's coming out that the number 2 son of the president, he wants.
Because when you have a computer with compromising information, you take it to an IT tech.
So the loosely quoted, very loosely, we are underqualified and overcompensated.
Yeah, super loosely, maybe also false.
This was according to Fox News. That's the source.
Spot
it was
on.
the number 2 son, which would be Hunter Biden, the first one, rip, cancer. What happened? Did you just do a spit take? We've never had a
Almost.
spit take.
You just glossed over that. You're like, the number 2, first one, rip. So matter of fact, the second one, still alive. By default, he's number 1 now.
He's just living it up for both of them. That's all I'm saying.
Just hookers and blow.
But this guy, like, I had to, like, okay, I watched me some Fox News snippets, right? But this guy, he's just going in, and his main thing is he likes low-quality hookers. I'm like, dude, not everybody can afford the good stuff, my guy.
Well, I mean, you don't want to sleep with a woman, to pay a woman to sleep with you, that you know so far out of your league that in your mind while you're having sex, it reminds you that you had to pay the woman.
This doesn't feel right.
Yeah. So you go, yeah, it just feels unrealistic, right? Like, if I paid fucking Megan Fox to sleep with me, obviously this is not real. Like, I paid.
I'm trying to get
I can't. It takes away the fantasy. But if I get a subpar woman, yeah, right. If I can pay some like subpar like C-team stripper from like bumfuck Oklahoma.
Oh, so the Tuesday night main show is what you're saying.
Yeah, if I can get her, I feel better about myself.
This was achievable. I just greased the wheels.
Yeah, like this was going to happen.
I just couldn't wait any longer, and I had extra.
Yeah, like
this is the worst episode ever.
I still paid for sex, but now I'm in it. Right? This is more realistic. This is achievable goals.
This doesn't feel like a fake bullet point.
Yeah. Sometimes I wake up and I don't think I'm in reality because my wife is so beautiful and so perfect that
I still don't understand how you pulled that off. You're such a weirdo.
Bro, every time I talk to my mom, she tells me that if I leave her, they're going to take her. And I was like, you're not wrong for saying that. I'm a piece of shit. I've just happened to fool her for 7 years.
I've been trying to do a show with Ashley and get Rhodes for a long time.
Yeah, they've been trying to fucking boost me out forever.
Can't fire this guy. I gave him my passwords.
You're correct. I see all of your emails.
Damn it.
I know all of your history. All of it. Yeah, I mean, a bunch of hookers. I mean, you do you, boo-boo.
Yes.
Maybe you need.
Grant has arrived.
That's because even though she is a nice lady, classy. And, Grant, I'm going to need you to clarify, I have 3 moms.
Hey, Grant, get with me offline to find out a story about one time when I was in Dugway. It's not as bad as it sounds, but it's funny.
We can say it real quick because you've already said it on the show. Rico was told not to fuck my mom. My mom was visiting me in the barracks, and our senior NCO told Rico, because Rico was back, that was during Rico's fuckery phase.
I have no excuses.
You were single.
Uh-huh.
You were fresh in the army. You were swole as fuck.
I was. In a different way.
Yeah, someone may or may not have been fucking. And so my NCO told Rico, don't fuck Rhodes' mom while she's here. And you know what? To the best of my knowledge, Rico complied.
You know what? I followed that direct order.
I appreciate you not fucking my mother. I really do. As a friend. As someone who's 10 years younger than you with a mother who's 25 years older than you, I appreciate you not fucking my mom.
You could have woke up in the barracks with me just making eggs, smacking your mom on the butt. How you doing, son?
Honestly, I would have taken those eggs.
Oh, me talking about banging Rhodes' mom, that got a like.
Did it? By the way, my mom, very pretty. Blonde, 5'10",
I only ever saw
Yeah,
her
going
from a
on.
distance because I was immediately brought into an office and told, "Hey,
Before he was even aware, there was a 5'10" blonde wandering post.
yes." I was immediately brought into an office. I'm a nice guy. I was
They
immediately
found
brought
out there
into
was
an
a
office.
tall blonde on post, and they're like, "Tell Rico not to fuck her." Wait, she's Rhodes' mom. Definitely tell him not to fuck
I swear, I was immediately brought into an office like the day she arrived and told to like keep it in my pants. Like, oh my god, what am I doing with my life that everyone's questioning where my thing goes?
her. That was a solid question to ask yourself at the time. Some self-reflection, like, fuck, what have I been doing? Oh, everything. I've been doing
Everything.
everything.
Tuesday
Better
night
tables and
Oklahoma.
oil. But Rico didn't fuck my mom.
I did
Thank
not. I've never even talked to her, seen her from more than or closer than 20
Did I
feet
not
away.
introduce anyone to my mom when she was there?
No. Mm-mm.
Yeah, no, that was a solid choice. It was either you or Kavari that was going to fuck my mom.
I'll have you know, I followed that lawful order. I'm just saying.
I appreciate you. I really do. The real MVP, ladies and gentlemen. I have several friends that would renege on that dedication.
We are off the rails. All right.
We were on rails?
No, we weren't on rails like ever.
When did we get near a train track?
Yeah, it's like we just disappeared in the woods somewhere and just like don't know what's going on.
You know,
Speaking
much like an individual. Thank you. We were on the same page there.
All right, okay.
Yeah. Much like an individual that may or may not, right, innocent until
Yeah.
proven guilty, an individual that may or not have been with his significant other.
Mhm.
She just fucking appeared, and then in his mind, he decided to then take her vehicle, go back across the country to home for 4 days, immediately lure her up, and then just fucking appear himself. As you do when you're an innocent person. This man is deep in Tijuana,
Deep,
right fucking now.
deep, very deep.
Yeah. People are coming into America, and he's walking right past them going, "Hey, man, where's the local motel?"
So because no one's stopping people on the way out, they're like, "All right, good luck."
Yeah. They don't give a shit. They're like, "We have enough people coming in. You're leaving? Dope." Hey, Johnny, change the ticker on the sign.
So before we get into it, this is obviously a very sad story.
Incredibly.
We're both fathers. It's I couldn't imagine being in that situation where your daughter disappears or your daughter is
Just thinking about it, whenever I hear
potentially-
stories like this, now that I'm a father, like, it immediately shatters my heart.
Yeah.
Like, I just immediately have that compassion and empathy for those parents.
Yeah.
It can't even imagine that.
No. I will admit, however, I had a bit of a boomerang situation, though. I came back on the other side, and I'm like watching this happen, and it felt like it escalated so quickly. The media coverage, the FBI getting involved, and I looked at the honestly, I looked at the timeline for the first time today, and this has been going on since like June or some shit like that. It's
It
been
was
going.
3 weeks.
Was it the timeline I saw before?
Yeah, she
Actually,
was missing for 3 weeks before her body was found.
Okay.
They've been gone for a while.
Okay, then maybe that's where the timeline started.
Yeah, but it had been 3 weeks since she had gone missing,
Mm-hmm.
which was why it was so difficult once they found the body to be able to like find it. And I still don't think they have found like a means of death.
They've not reported on it.
Yeah.
So I've done this before on the show.
FBI is keeping it pretty close to chest.
Yeah, I've had knee-jerk reactions to news events, and initially, like I felt like the story came out of fucking nowhere. Like all of a sudden, this influencer, this van life influencer, again, very fucking sad that this has happened to her. But it just went from nothing to the biggest fucking thing. It was on every feed. I go on Twitter, it's on Twitter. I go on fucking Facebook, it's on fucking Facebook.
Fox
Where-
News, all over.
All over. Like where did this come from? And again, knee-jerk reaction. I apologize for it. I had a moment to look through the timeline to see that time has transpired from the initial events to where we're at now. But immediately I started thinking of like Vanessa Guillen. And this is not to make it about her, but looking at her timeline, the FBI, I don't think they ever even got involved.
No, and that might have been because it's federal, like,
yeah,
already.
it's self-policing, CID. Now it's being run by a civilian. That's a whole fucking thing. But so I just felt like it exploded for this influencer, and I'm looking, and man, I fucking hate going into this shit. I'm looking at people that look like me and disappear, and it takes so much for there to be any fucking coverage to like try to like find people or get fucking justice. And again, that was a knee-jerk reaction. I looked at the timeline today. I saw that it's happened longer than I thought it was, and maybe somebody looking at a Vanessa Guillen or any other fucking person that goes missing on a daily basis, there's a lot longer of a time before you actually hear about it.
What was the young lady's name again?
Something Pepito. Look up van life. I don't know. Her YouTube is exploding. Obviously, people are trying to like get snippets of this person that they're hearing about, which makes sense. Like you're seeing it, you're being fed this in the fucking news, so you're trying to see what this is all about.
Yeah. So in August was the disorderly conduct video that everyone's seen.
Mm-hmm.
That someone called the police on supposedly a situation where her boyfriend was being abusive in public.
Yeah.
The police came out, and then posted a video in August 19th.
Mm-hmm.
They were seen August 24th, August 25th. Yeah. They were seen. Received an odd text on August 27th.
Yeah. Her parents
to her mother, it read, "Can you help Stan? I just keep getting his voicemails and missed calls. Stan is Gabby's grandfather, but her mother says Gabby never referred to him by his first name." So that could be like a little...
The one thing I saw from the parents were they just thought she was in like Mexico or some shit. They weren't even like...
Oh, they didn't even know that she was like just going across like Wyoming and shit?
I mean, this was her lifestyle. It was her brand. She's an influencer.
Oh, and like traveling around.
Yeah, they had thought that she just gone to a different location and blah blah blah.
So September 1st was when her boyfriend returned home. Mm. September 11th was when she was reported missing. Mm. So and so to compare this to your point, because I kind of understand. We've talked about it on the show before.
My point was very knee jerk.
I mean, but there is a level of comparison. So we've talked about it on the show. I'm not one, because of obviously don't pay attention to the red complexion. I'm a white guy. I don't understand. Yeah, right. I'm part of VeggieTales.
I don't know if he's a fruit or a vegetable. I don't know.
I don't know. My best friend's a cucumber.
Nailed it. I hope there's fucking subtitles on this goddamn thing when I run it through for that screen grab.
There is. My phone's playing it right now.
You fucked up, my guy.
I said it and then I was like, I'm okay with it.
If we can get let's start small. If we can get 20 followers on our Discord, let's go ahead and upload some stuff.
But so we've talked about it on the show before, because of my life experience. I'm not one. I don't really believe that like the country is like systemically racist. Obviously, there's racism in all aspects, and then there's racist people in power which impose racist things.
Yeah.
But I don't think the country is systemically inherently racist.
Mm-hmm.
But then when stuff like this happens, where this, and it could be involved in this, I'm picking at shit, right?
Okay.
Much like you were with your knee-jerk reaction.
Yes.
A young, pretty, blonde, white girl with the last name Petito.
I don't know what that was from. Italian?
Yeah, right. It's got to be because both her parents are white as fuck. But goes missing, and within 3 weeks, they found the body. But almost immediately, upon being reported missing, the news grabbed a hold of it. Yeah. It was constant. Do you happen to know how long the gap was between Vanessa Guillen, for example, because that was the latest big story of a minority person going missing that became mainstream. So when was the point of her going missing to when it became on the news? Because I know her parents and her family were fighting a very long time to get information, and then they finally went to the news to kind of strong arm the military.
So, I looked at this timeline earlier, and I meant to keep it up, but I didn't. It may have actually been fucking similar.
Oh, and about 3 weeks?
Yeah, before like CID and...
Because I remember I was here. I was on post.
Yeah.
And I hadn't heard shit.
I feel like it was similar national news-wise, which then actually changed my knee-jerk reaction a bit in a weird way. To not be because I'm not a fan.
Well, I mean, and a lot of that too, like I want to say before, a lot of that too could also be attributed to the hesitation of like giving out news. The fact that it was a military type thing, right? Yeah. It's the military. They have their own jurisdiction, and they don't want fucking anyone knowing shit. And so it could have also nothing to do with race and just with that military thing. It's an odd comparison.
So it is a very odd comparison, and I pulled a half fucking right face on the situation, and then it like, we as a people, we evangelize fucking celebrities, we evangelize fucking politicians. Are we to the point where we evangelize fucking influencers? Like,
well, I mean, they're celebrities. Once you get to a point, you are a celebrity, even if you are an influencer. I mean, how many people started off as influencers that are now famous? JoJo Siwa, she's coming out with like fucking Disney Plus movie. I only know it's because I have children.
I think she's on like So I Think You Could Dance, and her latest thing was she's.
Well, yeah, but she started off as a YouTube star.
Yeah, and like her thing currently is you know what, Grant? I'm with you.
Some days I'm with you, buddy. Some days I wake up and my phone's like, hey, you want to see the fuckery in this world? I'm like, not really, phone.
And I find myself in that cycle where like I get up, I have my coffee, I run through Twitter first, I run through Facebook second, and then like I start going through the news before I get my day started. And it's like, what the fuck, man? Just we need a hard reset.
Yeah, I gotta listen to mine when I drive to work because like I wake up immediately, gotta get the girls ready, gotta get my shit, get in the car, and like as I'm driving home, as I'm driving to work and dropping off the girls, I'll play the news on my phone, and I'll be listening to the news, switching back between CNN and Fox News, and it's the same shit. I'm just like, what?
I'm embarrassed to say, because Grant McCready, he's a very learned individual. I don't know who the Paul brothers are. Are they like
Logan
the Parker
Paul
brothers? Do they? Oh no,
the guys that keep boxing, actual boxing.
Oh, so they're kind of like the Parker brothers. They keep playing fucking games. That was a weird stretch.
Solid comparison. That was really good. You're actually on fire today. Yeah, you know who the Paul brothers are, right?
Now I do.
Oh, you actually didn't know who they were?
I didn't. I thought like the Paul.
No, they both started on Vine.
No,
and then that graduated
now. But just like reading
the
comment,
okay.
I was like,
I thought you meant like right now. I was like, you just now learned of them?
Who are the Paul brothers?
Like, I watched the Mayweather fight.
Why would you?
I didn't pay for them. I didn't pay for it.
Okay.
No, I watched on a Discord stream.
It's just like the level of celebrity, and this is like really fucking stupid coming from us, where we're doing a fucking show on the internet.
And we're trying to get famous.
We're not trying to get famous. We're just trying to make a little scratch.
Just trying to get more than like 4 people to watch.
4 million. Just influencers, like we've moved past that. Like, who do you watch?
It's always been that way though. So like celebrities. Sorry, what were you saying? I'll rant after you ask me the question.
All right. We appreciate it, Grant. We try.
I mean, we do, but like so do celebrities, but they just have a fucking platform. And some I respect. So and they use that platform to speak, and some of them use that platform to do great things. Like, say what you will, Leonardo DiCaprio, for the last 20 some odd years has actually tried to do shit, right? Like George Clooney, also another one,
Yes, pig.
has done an amazing amount of fucking outreach and mission work, right? With his wife, who is a UN humans rights lawyer.
You are
So,
absolutely correct about Gary Sinise.
Gary Sinise, another one, a veteran treasure. That man,
Yeah.
not even a veteran or service member himself.
No,
but
he comes from a long line of service members, and then he
does.
took the Lieutenant Dan role. Did you watch well, off the rails, the Forrest Gump fucking documentary?
Oh, how it was
kinda
made?
thing? Yes.
Yes, I did.
That was great.
That was
I watched
amazing.
I watched the fuck out of how it was
I watched
made
all
on
of it, Back to the
Netflix.
Future, and then Forrest Gump. I was excited about because, so for one, Forrest Gump's one of my favorite movies. Growing up, like my dad liked to quote shit, and Forrest Gump was one of the ones that he would nail.
Yeah.
So Forrest Gump has always been like an important movie in my family household. Tom Hanks, like that family actor.
Mhm.
So love that movie. I've watched it 1,000 times.
Mhm.
But then as I became a service member, I appreciated more Gary Sinise's portrayal of a veteran who has PTS, who has lost limbs, and the way he portrayed that character is spot on perfection. And then from him playing that character, he then decided, I'm no longer going to act. I'm going to purely do outreach, right? We're going to gloss over that. I'm going to gloss over that completely because everyone was friends with that scene.
But even Gump was smarter to not re-enlist than we were.
Right? I currently have a longer term in service than Sergeant Gump. And that man realized that as soon as he became an NCO, fuck this shit, I'm out. But Gary Sinise is a treasure. That man, so like there are certain celebrities who become famous, they have this platform, and they go, I'm going to use it to do great things.
Yeah.
But a majority of celebrities, as you were saying, they don't. They have it, and then they feel that because people follow them and that they have this platform and they have a right to say it, that what they say should be said.
Yeah. So
and
for that,
this coming from a complete fucking idiot on the internet, a majority of what is said on the internet should never be said or taken seriously.
Yeah. So like to boil it down, for every Gary Sinise, there's like 100 Demi Lovato's where they're trying to attack
Kim Kardashian.
Kim Kardashian's. Where Demi Lovato, her last thing was she tried to attack a fucking frozen yogurt or Froyo company for feeling like she was shamed and seeing these fucking like no sugar options or some shit like that.
Oh, go fuck yourself.
All right, so to get back to my question, non-celebrity influencers, who do you watch?
So you just mean like a straight social media,
like a straight social media influencer? Who are you watching?
So it's a lot of TikTokers.
Okay.
That's a lot of TikTokers. Bar none. He's a veteran. So obviously, I have a lot of veteran and current service member TikTokers that I follow.
Yeah.
Just because I like their humor. It's my humor. It's what they talk about, right? It's fun. But like non-TikTokers, there's this one guy, Mr. Beast. He did the right thing when he was younger, got a lot of money, and then now he invests it, makes more money, and now he has a huge page, which he also gets paid for, and he does a shit ton of philanthropy and gets views on his page to make more money and then do more philanthropy. So like one episode, they bought a house.
Mm-hmm.
They then called a Domino's pizza place and asked them who their like worst off employee was. And then asked them to send that employee over and then give them the day off. So they ordered a pizza, sent this employee over. The guy shows up to the house and they're like, hey man, thanks for the pizza. Hey, if we give you like an extra $200, you want to help us move our shit in? And he's like, yeah, cool, that's fine. He called his boss. Of course, his boss said yes. And then they go to the store and they were picking out shit, but they were having him pick it out. Mm-hmm. And then at the end, when the dude helped him move all the shit in, designed the house himself pretty much, furnished it, they go, here's the keys. And he's like, what? And they bought a house, furnished it, and gave it to him. And he was living in like this tiny apartment with his daughter in a terrible neighborhood.
Mhm.
was like trying to rock his car as long as it fucking could,
Right.
and him getting a house in a really nice neighborhood second, and like the house was bought, done, and they just gave him the keys and the deed. And so like I watched Mr. Beast to make that long winded, right? So I watch him.
I like that.
Using his
I like where
platform
you're
to do
going
great
with that.
things.
Because I feel shame now because the influencers that I'm watching are nowhere near that great.
So I watch a lot of uplifting and humor videos. It's no thirst traps, no twerking videos,
Whoa!
no,
Why do we go straight to thirst traps and twerking videos?
not because of you, but that's 90% of the internet.
Okay.
Um,
I had to
like
flip my lid
I
back
don't
for a
like
second.
drama. I don't like drama videos, right?
Okay.
That's more like
Neither
what
do
I'm
I.
saying. So like
I
I don't
don't
like
like drama
drama
videos either.
videos, and honestly, like through my Facebook, 80% of it is jujitsu shit.
Yeah.
Facebook has been
So
like,
that
you
that
really
that
like this shit? Here you go. And I just watch a shit ton of Gracie videos.
that's like fighting with a purpose. Like for probably I don't know 5-6 years now. Whenever I see like a group of like inner city kids fighting for no fucking reason, I refuse. And I see fucking people that I'm friends, family with posting that shit. I refuse to watch it because
Like the
I don't
World
want to.
Star videos.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
want to. I don't want to contribute to that because it's like people just getting fucking likes for being fucking dude.
Stupid.
Come
For
on,
being a
come
part of a
on.
culture that is bringing you down as a culture.
That's the bad side of
Yeah.
influencers slash social media. You should not be getting, and it's totally
Yeah.
stupid because
Like the influencers that
old
just like do
Hollywood,
react videos and do
old
nothing. I don't
news,
watch those guys.
old Hollywood, old news is there's no such thing as bad press. But these kids that are just fucking each other up for no goddamn reason, just to get fucking views on World Star YouTube. And World Star is at this point is a dated reference. I don't think I've seen a World Star reference in like 3 years. But
No, it's just
something
someone says in the background in a bar.
It gives you context.
To someone over the age of 25. Yeah,
Someone over the age of 38.
No, you're right. So it is. There are a lot more influencers nowadays, and of course, because of the demographic that I listen to and watch, which is the veteran community, 9 out of 10 of them have something in their bio or their link tree that is an outreach or something that they watch. Like Bar None, one of my favorite TikTokers, he is huge on veteran suicide awareness.
Mm-hmm.
And he links up with 22 Mission, and he even has a slogan that on his like merch and shit, like "You are not allowed to quit." That's one of his things, as well as GFC, which is get fucked cunt. Yeah, or Great Friends Club or Gay Friends Club. It really depends on the day.
I feel like all those are beautiful.
But he uses his video to be positive, uplifting, and then he also uses his video a lot of times to talk because he is a Marine Army, I can't remember, veteran. Mm-hmm. And he has videos where he's playing 5 different parts of his own personality, and one of them is depression, and one of them is alcoholism, and they argue. And like it's funny and it's humorous, but he's using his emotional turmoil to bring awareness and like humor to people, much is why we like being affiliated, not officially, but
officially. We've had what was his name?
Yeah,
on the show?
Irreverent Warriors, Nate McDonald. We talk about that TV. I love that TV. But IW, Irreverent Warriors, I love just going to their hikes. I hope that someday we could have a platform large enough to where we can work with them.
Yeah.
But and those are good, and I believe that's what you should do. If you have a platform, if you have something that gives you notoriety, you should use it for betterment. A majority of celebrities, as the example you stated, they don't. They're doing it for themselves, right? Demi Lovato did not attack that froyo place to be righteous for the people. She did it for her fucking self. Tyler Perry, who has been very, vocal about like Black Lives Matter movement, stuff like that. That's a man trying to do better with his platform. Demi Lovato not. Kim Kardashian, not her. Right?
Why you shitting on Kim K, dog?
I fucking hate the Kardashians. I fucking hate them. Them Jersey Shore idiots. I fucking hate all of them. And if you ever go on a show called Love Island or anything like that of the sort or the variation, you're a fucking idiot, and I hate you.
So I've seen some Love Island, and in fact, I watched Love Island Latino or something the other night.
Oh, the newest one that just came out?
And so it was like 3 o'clock in the morning. I wasn't tired
My
yet.
wife likes watching trashy TV, and I walk by every so often, like, why the fuck are you?
Tell Ashley if we're going to start a watch party, we can start a watch party. That said, the American version, they like cut them off sexually before they have sex. Like
Oh, the
first
Latino
day.
version, they just go in.
The Latino version, y'all better get this done in now. You're going to be in a long siesta.
Oh, I hate that shit. Like, you're making someone famous for being an idiot.
Uh-huh.
And for being just debaucherous. I mean, not debaucherous, because we all have our things. I had my time.
I've always been a gentleman, always.
Yes, I had my time where the best of intentions was not in the forefront of my mind.
I was a virgin until my son was born. Yep.
That's actually factual. Yeah. You only ever did rim jobs before that.
I was pro rim job. That's God's blind eye.
Rim job black belt. He wore a choker in civilian.
You silly bastard.
Well, I mean, these people that just get famous. Like there was a woman on The Circle last season, and I say this because I loved her. Her name was Chloe, and she was like the sweetest. So we actually really like watching The Circle. It's the same shit.
I know. You came on didn't you come on the show saying we should do like a catfish show?
Oh, I wanted to. I wanted us to do The Circle, but catfish is someone together.
I think that's illegal. It should be illegal.
No, that's the thing on The Circle. Like, so when you submit your application on the show, you approve your pictures and your likeness being used on the show.
Uh-huh.
So you can either go into the show as yourself or the pre-made catfish because your friend or your sister or brother said, yeah, you can use my picture and use that. Or sometimes they'll give you a profile picture and you can pretend to be that fucking person of someone who applied but didn't get accepted. So like this season that's going on right now, there was a sister, two sisters that went in as the one sister. And so if me and you went in and like pretend to be a catfish or like some other rando person, I think we would win it all, personally. Together we cannot be defeated. But back to Chloe. She was on a British reality show. What is that? It wasn't like Love Island. It was Hot or Not or something like that.
Sure.
Basically, they couldn't fuck.
No fucking.
No, that was it. Like there was like $1 million pot, and there's like 12 of them. And if any of them engaged in any like sexual tension, money got deducted off of the total pot to the end of the show. So they're fucking over everyone else. But they were all just fucking each other, and the money was just dipping down. And I only know this secondhand from my wife. But she was on that.
$2, £2.
Yeah, she was on that, and then became Instagram famous because she was also very pretty. And then came on the Instagram on the Netflix show The Circle, and immediately I was like, I hate her. And she didn't come off as the most intelligent person, but she was like the sweetest person. That's like, okay, that's cool. But most of those reality shows, I fucking hate you. I hate you all. You're stupid. You're just spreading just unintelligent.
If anybody wants to do an Uno reality show, we're
I'm on it. I'll fucking sell my soul. I don't give a shit. I don't. You want to start a show where it's just Rico kicking me in the nuts? Fuck it. Let's do this.
Yes. Rico kicking him in the nuts while petting miscellaneous, I don't know, dogs.
Puppies.
Yeah. Lots of puppies.
Then we have a show on our hands.
Then we have a show on our hands. Speaking of puppies, here's where we lose anyone.
Oh, you know what? Honestly, I completely forgot about your entire story, but I'm intrigued in this.
So look at this picture, right? And again, this is a weird moment. I offered to do this on a solo Overreacted or with somebody else for Overreacted, and Rhodes is very pro about this. So I recently read.
I appreciate the concept that you pitched to us. I think that's an interesting concept.
Okay, all right, I'm with you. This is where we lose everybody.
No one's
So-
watching anyway, or is everyone watching?
They have it on in the background. They want to hear about this independent comic book from Image Comics. So we talk a lot about we have talked a lot about Marvel, DC, blah blah blah. Even some Image when we've talked about Invincible, and this is also a Image comic that I stumbled upon called Stray Dogs. So like looking at this picture here, what do you like? What would you like ascertain from what you're seeing?
So for our non-visual listeners,
Mm-hmm.
right? I'm looking at a standard comic frame,
Mhm.
bunch of dogs inside of a house, and they're just chilling, relaxing, having a great life. There's like fucking 12 of them, and they're all
Look at that big fucker in the middle. He
That
looks
big-
just so content.
Oh, I'm looking at the big fucker in the back.
Oh yeah,
That's Sarge. That's my Sarge right there. Yeah, just a bunch of big dogs and little dogs, and they all there's way too many, all mixed breeds in one house, which makes you think obviously like this is a rescue type situation.
Yeah,
Like
so it looks like a safe haven for dogs that don't have homes, right?
yes,
So let me give you some context.
basically my wife's wet dream of our future.
Here, we'll even in case I have to cut this into a shorter snippet. Let's even run the this is my show when it's overreacted.
Oh shit. Here we go again.
Welcome,
love that.
welcome to the Underqualified Overreacted. Normally, if you're catching this and you've seen it before, I do trailer movie reviews with Rhodes, sometimes by myself.
We flipping the script, bitch.
We flip it. This is a comic review, and that's not a review like just like hey, this is something that I saw, and it struck a chord with me. So what I'm talking about today is Stray Dogs. And I'm going to go ahead and share an image. This is the comic book. It's Image Comics, independent, really.
The eyes immediately hit me right in the hard hole.
So Image Comics is number 3 behind Marvel and DC in terms of market share. So it's barely independent, but it is independent. It's creator controlled. So you go to Image and you say, "This is my story." They distribute, but you own your characters. It's still technically independent, right?
Invincible, a very popular, very well done show based off of the Image comic.
Mm-hmm. Done by Robert Kirkman of the Walking Dead fame. So this guy, he's
Rico's a fucking nerd, by the way.
he's selling life. So should I keep that image up? Because I feel.
Well,
like,
I mean, are you gonna like go through?
I'm not
frame
gonna
by
go
frame?
through no. That's
No,
just,
read me the comic.
No, yeah. I don't think the writers of that would enjoy it if I
Yeah, do
fucking
this
did.
for free. I'm gonna have to look into this honestly because you explained it to me. It looks great. Yeah, I'm actually interested. It's honestly, I think it's gonna make me cry.
So
Yeah,
this
before you go
was-
into it, did you or did you not fucking cry?
I didn't cry. All right,
Because you're kind of a
But-
doggy bleeding heart like me and my wife are. So
But the thing was, it made me think of the dogs of the underqualified, right? So I have 2 dogs, Rocco and Rosie. Rosie was a pup when I got her. Rocco, he had a hard life. He'd been returned to the shelter like 3 times. You could see from if you look at his lower jaw, his front teeth are broken from possibly trying to like break out of a situation that he was not in a good place for. You came across Sarge. I
well,
don't-
Buddy first.
Yeah,
Buddy was
tell-
returned to
yeah.
the shelter twice.
Yeah.
Because he is an Australian cattle dog.
Mhm.
And if you are aware with herding dogs, they are very difficult dogs to have. Because they're very high function, very high anxiety, because they're working dogs, they need shit to do. So if you have no idea how to properly race them, You're not the owner to have them. So 2 people brought him back because he was hurting the children, and they didn't understand what that was. He was escaping because they didn't have enough fence, and they weren't working him correctly.
Yeah.
So when I ran into him and he decided, I'm yours forever, I didn't have a fucking choice. So I took Buddy in, and he's been an amazing member of the family. He's a fucking asshole, but he's an amazing member of the family.
I only chuckled immediately because Rocco is also part cattle dog. Somehow we ended up with a similar dog situation.
Yeah.
And this guy, man, he is.
It takes a specific breed of person to handle the cattle dog family. It does.
He's not high energy or anything. He likes to play. At least Rocco, he likes to play. But he's very he's on top of me. He just
very aware.
Wants that comfort. And
yep.
If he doesn't,
they're the most loyal dogs in the world.
If he doesn't like something that's happening to me, he lets it know. What are you doing to this guy?
Oh yeah, Buddy's my shadow. He's on me every step of the fucking way, and I've never had to train him in this. He was never priorly trained. It's just in their breed. He follows me. If we go outside, he's fucking on me. I don't have to walk with him on a leash. He'll go and check out some shit, but he's on me. But he's a good dog. Now he's fat and old, so he's not as active. He's just a sausage log.
So
I call him my little freckled sausage log. But he's a great dog. Love Buddy to death. I'm very glad that we rescued him. But then also, a year ago, we rescued Sarge, as you mentioned.
And
he
Sarge,
is our...
You've brought this up before, but in case anybody hasn't caught that episode, give me some backstory on Sarge. Like, what was the situation that you came upon?
Yeah, so it was very sad. You're upon a suspicion that Rocco, had some rough time going, and that with his teeth. We know that Sarge had a rough life.
Yeah.
With Buddy before, Buddy doesn't like certain things like combs and stuff, small handheld objects. So I think he was beaten a lot because they didn't know how to train him, so they resorted to beating him. And so when you brush him, it's a no-go. I'm the only person that can come close to him with handheld objects. And then with Sarge, he never had that lynch aggression, but he was with a service member family here on Fort Hood, and they abandoned him. They just fucking dipped. They deuced out, and they left him in the backyard for a week.
This happens all too fucking awesome.
Consistently. There's a reason why in Germany you're not allowed to adopt dogs if you're a U.S. service member. It's
Which
illegal.
Makes fucking sense, because I'm on the Fort Bliss pet page here, and every fucking day... And part of it is the Army makes it difficult to take. Guess what? Your animal's your family member too. The Army makes it difficult for you to get your family member to where you got to go next.
It does, but no one. Yeah, but no one that's been in more than 35 days. Everyone knows that if you have a dog, it's going to be difficult to go to your next place, especially if it's Oconee. Yeah. We all know this. But they do it anyway.
Easier, it should be.
It should 100% be. I shouldn't have to pay $6,000 to fly my fucking dog.
You shouldn't have to get a fucking AER, because now they authorized AERs and
for dog
emergency relief fund.
Yeah.
And in order to get your animal to their next home and stay with you, something that is now a part of your family, which is why this book touched me so much. So please continue.
Yeah.
We're getting somewhere, I promise.
Yeah, we're getting somewhere, I promise. So they dipped out, which is a bad situation. I'm sure it was bad for them, but I also kind of think that they're just shitbags. Because we had 2 cats when we went to Germany. The cats went to my parents, to my in-laws, right? We found a home for them. I would never, if I had to give away Buddy, it would break my heart, but I would do it in a heartbeat to make sure that he was okay. I would never just leave any animal, even a fucking hamster, alone to fend for themselves.
I mean, fuck a hamster.
A goldfish, maybe. Throw them in a lake, you do you, boo-boo. That's about my substandard of life, right?
The pH was off.
I'm not an alchemist. I don't know what you want from me. But so they left Sarge, who is this beautifully white, 90-pound,
beautiful,
Great Pyrenees, beautiful dog, amazing heart, super gentle and soft, except he doesn't realize he's 90 pounds, and he likes to sit on people. But he's this amazing sweetheart of a dog. If you go back and watch some of our episodes, he wanders in the back sometimes. And they left him there. And so someone on post rescued him after a week of realizing that he's still back there. They rescued him, put them up on the Facebook page because they already had 3 dogs themselves. Like anyone that wants to take them, so someone else took them.
Yeah.
He was still a puppy. He was too much. 90 pounds, all puppy. He chewed up shit, and he was untrained.
If you've not
Completely
seen
untrained.
a puppy Great Pyrenees, it's like a fucking bear of a dog, even as a puppy. It's huge.
Yeah, he was 2 years old, but no training whatsoever. So like these people just had him, and so he was potty trained. That was it. So he would chew up all the girls' toys. He would attack the couch. We got him a dog bed first off. Boom, that thing was shredded. Right? I had to.
How dare you get something from here?
Oh yeah, he just shredded it. I had to kennel train him because we couldn't trust him to be in the house. Our 2 dogs, we've had him for years. Our other dog, Ori, he's 14 years old. So we just leave him in the house. They're fine. Sarge, we couldn't do that. So we spent a year with him. I did some training. I worked a lot, so I couldn't, but I trained him. Just basically, I showed him love, and he became better. And then now he is 100% a permanent member of this fucking family. Yeah. And he is an amazing dog, and it breaks my heart that someone could ever abandon him because he is the sweetest. My 2 dogs, who I've had for 7 years and who have been around my kids since their birth, are more assholes to my own children than this dog I brought in halfway through. The girls will crawl on him and just step over him, grab his ears, just fucking do their thing and massacre this dog, and he'll just lay there and be like, this is my life. Buddy will murk a toddler. Like, like it's a matter of time. Like and he's never like nipped at him, but he lifts a jowl and I look at him and he goes, fine.
Only for you.
Yeah, and he just walks away. He's like, fuck these kids. I didn't want him in the way anyway. I don't know why you fucking got him. And he wanders out. Yeah, he's like, I don't know. Take them back to the shelter. But with this, right, and you've explained the story before, like, and I said before, me and Rico were bleeding hearts. If anyone has ever met my wife, you know for a fact that she is, she would far rather murder a homeless man over seeing a bunny get killed. So,
fuck a bunny.
Oh no, she would murk a human being to save a rabbit. Let alone if it was a dog. She would commit genocide to save a dog. My wife's extreme. But with this story, and with our stories that we just explained, it's stunning at how shitty people can be.
Yeah. Especially
to something that just immediately gives you all of their love and emotion and commitment. They go, I'm yours forever. And then you go, no, fuck you, dog. And they're like, but why, though? Like, I've seen a lot of these comments, and there's one called Brutus and Pixie on Facebook, which I love. And then that page also posts up some other alternate comics and independent ones. And a lot of them do with, like, dogs just, like, being left.
Oh, I think I've seen Brutus
and Pixie. And, like, the dog. It's a service dog.
German Shepherd.
And a cat.
And, yeah,
fantastic comic. But there's other ones that they put up as well from other people. And it deals with, dogs being abandoned, they don't understand, or dogs dying and they don't understand, or the human dying and they don't understand. And it's kind of an important like aspect to be as a dog owner, like realizing what's going through your pet's brain a lot of the time. Like when you leave, until you come back for like years, they just think you're fucking gone, especially if they're abandoned beforehand. Like I'm sure Sarge, when I would put him in the kennel, he just thought that we were just going to dip out.
That's a good transition. So, in Stray Dogs, not going to spoil it.
By the way, sorry, Sarge stands for Sergeant Fluffers. I felt like that needed to be established.
And that is the dumbest name for a dog. I've said this before, and I'm on record.
But you've seen my dog, and does it or does it not?
I would have gone with Captain Fluffernutter, and that would have been better.
Also, not bad, but I would just be calling him Cap.
That's fine.
Captain.
Sarge is better than Cap. I mean, Cap is better than Sarge. That's it.
Sarge is way better. Backbone of the household.
Stray Dogs. Stray Dogs.
Very long-winded intro.
It unfolds over 5 or 6 issues, which I read almost in one night. And it's a very strange situation. Yeah, it's semi-spoilery. But if you're watching this podcast, there's this tiny dog that finds themselves in a situation where they're in this home with a bunch of new dogs, and they're happy. And this is like
Like a rescue
indicating,
home.
yeah, it's indicating like dogs have the memory of like a goldfish. Like there's so that part was kind of off because I feel like dogs have a bit more memory, but all these dogs
I
are,
think they have a memory, but they also have like an amazing ability to just like brush it off.
yeah.
Because like Buddy will like do some like bad shit, and I'm not one not. I'll whack a dog. I'm
Uh,
not gonna lie to you. I won't beat my dog, but I will get up in Buddy's face and be like, "Hey, you don't fucking snarl at the kids." And I'll give him a good whack. I let him go, and he's immediately got a toy in his fucking mouth. He's like, "I know we just had beef, bro, but do you want to throw this ball?"
try to throw this ball, my dude.
Yeah,
So
I think it might be accurate.
so Stray Dogs, it revolves around, I forget the name of the main dog character. It's so Disney-esque, and I'm not the first person to say that. There's people way more qualified than me that have because I am underqualified.
Like maybe like some actual graphic artist or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that they look at this and the artwork is very Disney-esque and it looks very super playful, like 101 Dalmatians,
Mm-hmm.
and then you find your way going into this darker story where the main dog character all of a sudden finds something that causes a sensory trigger moment, and they realize that the home that they're in right now is not the one they were in. They're smelling, their sensors are going towards a memory, and the home that they're in now is a home where these dogs have been taken as basically a kill trophy for a serial killer. So this serial killer is taking multiple trophies, and the dogs can't fucking talk.
Mm-hmm.
And these dogs are again a trophy of this kill, and they're having these trigger sensory moments, and all of a sudden they realize, wait, where the fuck am I? This is not the person I should be with. I'm in danger. And this, like, it, as I read it, I don't know where mine or Cody's or Tyler's dogs have been. Like,
Yeah, up to the day the Sarge was at my house, I have no idea what his life
yeah.
was like.
And what in a weird, amazing roller coaster of a situation, immediately in like one issue to like, hey, I think I'm happy. This is where everything is great. I'm surrounded by stuff. But wait, I'm just a kill trophy. And that's like super, super weird.
The best I can associate it to, if I may, would
Mhm.
be that first day of waking up in basic training,
I
right?
wanna-
But obviously far more derated,
Mhm.
right? That first day of basic training, when you wake up in the morning and like, let's say reception, not necessarily basic, because you get woken up by trash can lids and fucking yelling first day of basic. But let's say reception.
Mhm.
You wake up, first day of reception. You've been traveling all the day before trying to get to fucking basic training. You're in reception. No one's yelling at you yet. You wake up
Mhm.
and you're immediately like, in your brain, your pre-welcome brain, you're like, oh, I'm going to get up. And I'm like, eat breakfast, say hi to my mom. Like, blah, blah, blah. You wake up and you notice you're in a bunk bed. Like, you see nothing. And then you look over and you see some dude's ball sack right next to you as he's getting ready. And you hear lockers smacking together. And you're like, the fuck, where am I right now? Oh, my dumbass joined the army. Oh. So, like, I imagine, like, it's a much more derated version of that. That's the best I can associate
Yeah,
to that
it's
moment.
it's
Like,
it's
you were
just a
having a
weird.
life, and then now you're a part of this whole new life that is completely out of your control,
Mhm.
and you now have to adapt to it. But then you're like, unlike the army path with these dogs,
Yeah.
you're happy, and unlike the army life, you're happy. And you want it to continue, but then you start realizing that all this bad shit. I really need to read this because it sounds super fucking interesting. I'm assuming they like just continue getting these sensory uploads and like
Oh yeah.
remembering what happened.
Oh, there's so much I want to say, and it's so
Yeah, don't-
spoilery.
I don't want you to ruin it, but I also want you to fucking tell me. But
I'm not gonna
don't,
I'm not gonna
ruin
cut
it.
this. I'm not gonna cut this
Yeah.
for overreacted because there's like I had a whole conversation with my wife about this. I was like, and I never talked to her about comic books. Like we'll go to bed and we've just got the kids to bed, and we whatever happens, and maybe, and, and then it's like, okay,
They mumble. That's what they do. They just kind of mumble at each other.
and we play Parcheesi. Yeah, that's an old person thing, and
Cribbage.
we play Quidditch.
Oh,
She
yeah.
riding the
Grab a
broom, my
broomstick.
dog.
Mm.
Actually, I'm riding the broom. And
Made me laugh out loud.
it impacted me because this was and she during this conversation that we had about it, she was like, every time I see you reading comic books, I just think it's like superhero stuff. And I had to like explain to her there's this whole outside, even in mainstream, everything's not just superheroes. Even if superheroes are involved, there's a whole subsect of different stories that in some ways are more meaningful. Like in
a whole lot of graphic novels that don't even approach like superhero superpowers type shit. Like they're just normal. So I've read a bunch about like the veteran aspects or even just a normal life. Like I read this entire one. I can't remember, it was years ago, about a young lady's struggle with depression.
Yeah.
She was like 16 and like body dysmorphia. It was like a whole 3-part series of it. And I was like, fucking, I think I was in college. I was like 19 reading this because I stumbled upon it. Like someone screenshotted it page per page on Facebook. I was like, what the fuck? But that kind of shit also, like you were saying, it also kind of means more. It's more impacting than your normal superhero.
It's like, we get it. Captain America, Spider-Man, they're not going to fucking die. It is what it is. You're along for the roller coaster. This is new, unique characters.
You're invested. It's much like a TV show.
Yeah,
like you're invested in a series. Yeah, you watch it, and then this like 1 or 2 part or a movie comes up on Netflix, and you watch it, and it just hits you, and you're like, fuck.
Yeah, this is for me, a person who reads comics every Wednesday when they come out. This is probably the most impacting one I've had in quite some time.
In a while.
Yeah. So, Stray Dogs from Image. If you haven't checked it out, you should. Running the outro, we'll go back to the normal.
Where can one find this real quick?
At your local comic book shop or Comixology, a part of the Amazon parent company, which I guess I'll throw in the Amazon.
An appropriate plug.
Which I didn't do. We had some action, very little, on the last one. Listen, not everyone. There's a reason why comic books are excelling as a movie medium. Not everyone can, especially in this. Yeah, but especially in this point in the industry, especially in the difficult times that we've been going through, comics have increased fucking exponentially price-wise. No one's buying, or not a lot of people are buying or spending $5 an issue for a regular issue. When I was a kid, old boomer time shit, a $5 issue was a special hollow foil, chrome. This is the fucking alpha omega of the biggest cross series event of the fucking season. And now it's like $5 for like a...
That's a bargain bin. I got this for $2 because it's a Lobo comic.
For like a 16-page episode of fucking, or issue of Batman where almost nothing happens. The comics are in a weird place.
Yeah, but Comixology, you subscribe, you get a lot of comics to it.
I'm gonna throw the Comixology on this afterwards.
I used it when I was reading my Deadpool comic, so I like Comixology.
I used Comixology so much while I was doing the other stuff.
On your spicy vacation?
Spicy vacation. No one watching Overreacted knows what that is. That said, I'm Rico. That's Rhodes. Go check out Stray Dogs if you have any self-respect. That's it.
Oh shit! Here we go again.
We need to just show people the like underview of us when our theme songs play. So we're just
I love the over. I wish I could
Oh,
do
the overreacted is solid.
I wish I could do overreacted every day. I love the overreacted fucking
I wish
theme
I could
music.
do a lot of stuff every day, man. Overcooked. I'm upset that I can't do overcooked. I just don't have the time, people.
You've
I got
not
an
done
hour
a
to cook
single
dinner.
overcooked.
Yeah, no, I haven't. No, I filmed 3,
Here we go.
but I don't want to put them out because then I'm not gonna be able to do. I only have an hour to cook dinner, eat, and then go to the gym at night. So like, set up a camera
Here
and
we are.
film.
Overcooked. Oh my god, I love the overcooked intro so much too.
I did a bomb job on the Uno proper theme song, but Rico with his fucking generic clips, he did great.
No, there's
Your
super
choices
generic.
were bomb. Your choices were bomb.
The
But you love doing the overreacted.
I love overreacted.
I thoroughly enjoy doing overcooked.
Overcooked.
And if I can find time to do it more, which I probably won't, I would love to do it more because I just love cooking, and I found fun doing them, and I was trying to find new recipes that are just new and expansive to people. I thought it was a cool concept.
I do love overproofed as well, but I no longer drink during the weeks really. So
yes, overproofed was a lot of fun.
That makes it difficult when you're trying to cram 2 to
into
3
Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah, a gaming stream for overcompetitive, underqualified and overcompetitive, a podcast, underqualified and overcompensated, and everything else.
And then all of our other offshoots. Look us up on TikToks.
I own VetsHub with a Z and haven't done anything with it.
We own several domains just in case.
Just in case.
Just in case. But with that,
yes.
This was a longer episode. We were just kind of shooting shit. We talked about some good stuff, though. We talked about some good stuff.
We did.
You know, revealed some stuff about ourselves. If you're listening to the proper show, go and watch our Overreacted on the comic book Stray Dogs. It was good.
Tomorrow.
Yep.
I feel like when I was pitching this, I pitched it to people that weren't gonna read it necessarily.
If I can remember it exists, I'm going to read it.
Yeah, I know you're super busy. So that's like when I pitched it to somebody that it's like maybe is not gonna read it, maybe.
Yep.
But actually putting it out there to like actual comic book people, maybe if I hashtag it right. I can't spoil too much. Just check out Stray Dogs.
There were a lot. It sounds great. It really does.
Yeah.
And I'm always looking for like those niche things that kind of like people wouldn't have listened to. My last thing, we've talked about this quite a bit on the show. We're not sponsored by it. We're on it, but we're not sponsored by Audible. I just quickly wanted to say a thing because I'm gonna write it on Twitter later. The fact that they turned the Firefly, right? They made them into books.
Okay.
And Nathan Fillion, who is an Audible narrator, isn't narrating the Firefly books.
Oh,
this
Audible.
Is my upset of the week because I finished Ready Player 2, and so I've been like, okay, what do I want to listen to now? Will Wheaton fucking nailed that shit. He did great. I enjoyed the books better than I enjoyed watching the movie. And I watched the movie.
I didn't even put this in the fucking. I did not do any Amazon affiliate stuff. So check our last episode if you want to hit links. But The Sandman by Neil Gaiman. Are you familiar?
Did you start listening to it?
I have not.
Because Bert talked about it last week, and I have listened to half of the first book.
Okay.
And I just
it's with James McAvoy, right?
Oh, there's a bunch of them. So the cool thing about what Audible does is they've started doing multicast. Again, we're not sponsored by them.
No, we're not at all. I didn't even put
we
the
are
links
on
this
it.
week's show.
Yeah, but so they've started doing multicast Audible narration.
It's like an old school radio show or something.
It is, and I love that. So there was one with fucking the fuckboy from Saturday Night Live. His dad died in 9/11.
Oh, dude, wait, Colin Farrell.
No, he's like 12.
Carson Daly.
No, what the fuck are you talking about?
I don't know. I haven't watched SNL since it got so super left. It was probably always super
God.
left, but then I grew up.
What? Okay, I cannot continue until I fucking. Oh, why can't I remember his name?
Join us
I
in a moment.
apologize, people. We hit a fucking stuff. Pete motherfucking Daly. Sorry, I apologize. But him and another person, I can't remember her name either. They did a really cool one on
Maya
Audible
Rudolph.
as well. It was like a podcast, more episode kind of
Okay.
audiobook. And it was like the concept of if serial killers, like Jason and Freddy Krueger and all those people, like they were professionals, and it was in a universe where that was like a business of like serial killers killing people. That was our comment earlier in the show. You're a little fucking late.
I
Thank you.
sang Cody the red-nosed fucking redneck.
It was beautiful. But so Audible's been doing this multi-person cast narration, much like you said with
we love it.
Neil Gaiman's Sandman.
Yes.
So you haven't started listening to it yet. I got
I have
halfway
not.
through and it lost me. I want to get back into it, especially since
I
Bert fucking erected over it last week.
don't remember that.
I think it might have been a time when you stepped out
Okay.
momentarily.
All right, that totally makes it because I've never been so inebriated that I forgot stuff ever.
That was 2 weeks ago.
We've been doing this show for 2 weeks.
Years. That's fine. Continue.
I've not watched it yet or listened to it rather, and because ears are different than eyes, and
Yep.
I do have because I have like a million Audible credits. I was like, okay,
Really?
episode 1, episode 2, let's go. I'm sitting on like 27 million credits.
Oh, I gotta wait for that monthly release, bro.
I never use
That's why I
it.
started
Like,
listening to Firefly. It was free.
Normally, I just get like sex books. Like that's when I started using Audible. When I was in Jordan, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna fall asleep.
Masturbate to sex books?
No, I would fall asleep to sex books.
Sure.
So this one, Do It for the Men or something like that. It was a military-esque porno book. As
Was
narrated.
it the fantasy of the Star First Class with that thick ass E2?
I don't know. I didn't make it very far. I would fall asleep.
Just fell asleep.
Oh my God! Are you playing a? You're playing a solo game, No Man's Sky.
He's been playing that for a hot minute now.
That's
But
pretty
yeah. So
it was
I want to get
narrated
back
by
into it.
Shannon Tweed, Sharon Tweed. You know who that is.
It sounds familiar.
Gene Simmons' like girlfriend, longtime girlfriend, or whatever.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but so Audible's great. Again, not sponsored. Hope to be. But Audible's great. I recommend you listen to the ones that we spoke about. Sandman's supposed to be good. But I brought it up mainly just because I'm upset that Nathan Fillion did not narrate Firefly. It is. I'm in that camp of nerd, right? So like, I love Doctor Who. I love Deadpool. Past the movies. I've read all the comics. I love it. And when I watched, and I came into Serenity and Firefly very late. Like it had already been canceled for years. But a lot of my other nerd friends from Doctor Who, they loved it. I even watched Torchwood. Like I'm that kind of nerd.
Torchwood was great. What are you fucking? No, that's a whole different show.
Yeah, it is. No, I didn't say I didn't like it, but it was obscure. That's what I mean. I did enjoy it. I watched all of it. It was.
Oh, I think Russell T Davies is coming back for after the current showrunner that ruined fucking Doctor Who. I think Russell T Davies is coming back.
Oh no! Okay, that's a whole nother show. But
that was
I came to Firefly late, and I loved Firefly. I thought that was amazing. I was very upset that it was only one season. I will not start a show if it's only one season. Like if it had already been on and it was canceled, I will not start it because I do not want to fall in love with it and then just be pre-sad.
I cannot love you.
Yeah, right. I feel like it's forbidden love. But the fact that when I got on there and I was looking for books because I don't have credits and I'm poor, I'm looking for books and
I've
it
got
popped
so many
up
credits.
Firefly and I was like, oh, dope, that's gonna be awesome. And I already knew Nathan Fillion was a narrator. I was like, if they don't fucking narrator. And I clicked on it and it was not. So far, this narrator is doing a good job.
Yeah, this
But
guy
that's
fucks.
my. I mean, he touches. I don't know if he fucks.
Oh, no, he
He
fucks.
stares from a distance. But yes, that's our show. Our very long-winded show. Honestly, going into this, I thought we were going to go like
It went
45 minutes.
35 minutes longer than I thought it would. It's fine.
Yes, I thought we were going to go 45 to an hour. But we talked about a lot of stuff. We actually went the full encompassment this episode.
Here, I'm gonna make the exit for so that way the people on Twitch can fucking actually get involved. Hold on a second. You do some
I'm
filling.
confused what you're going to try to do. What are we doing? Do I need to juggle something? Oh God! What are you? There you go. You
I'm
fucking
Rico,
weeboos.
and
You have 30 seconds to masturbate to this.
you should watch us on Twitch and YouTube.
Is that character in a church? Did you put her in a church?
You know what? I didn't preload it. I actually wanted to start the show with.
You wanted to start it with that?
I wanted to start the show with this so that we could like pull in fucking weeb fucks.
Fucking weeboos.
We love you, weeb dudes.
Keep this shit to yourself and stop plastering it all over your fucking Honda Civics. That's all I gotta ask. I have simple requests. No one's impressed.
I don't know what's going on. It's not. Maybe
Nope.
the lights are-
Rico's an anime girl forever now. He's gonna be your waifu. There's no altering it. It's stuck.
What's going on?
This is you forever. Yep.
Oh my!
But from
I don't know
myself
what's
and
going
from waifu Rico.
on. Waifu Rico.
Yeah. From waifu Rico. We love you guys. This is a solid episode. We love it. Next week, Firth will be back with us. And hopefully here in the next coming weeks, we will have the one and only member of the band 5 Times August. They just came out with a new single. They, him, one dude. He just came out with a new single called Joe. Please go listen to it on Spotify. It's a thinker. It's a very good piece. If you're a fan of this show and the things and or presidents that we talk about, you'll like it. Did you listen to it yet, Rico?
I did, and my response to it is we have our own single coming out from Bucky
God.
Bang Bang and the Kid. Do you want an outro with
The Kid.
Bucky Bang Bang and the Kid?
That'll be our outro. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you inebriated Bucky Bang Bang and the Kid performing the one-time hit single produced at Dugway Proving Grounds, Utah, in my kitchen.
Area 52.
Cereal song.
Cold brew, it's so good. Stay up all night on the hood, No gangster doesn't even know who the hell the shit is dry. But it built it up. Don't ask me why.
You can unmute yourself, Rhodes. I can't unmute you. It's so bad.
The thing is, I am a semi-competent musician and singer, and this song does not.
Great song. You had to be there.
He's throwing down. He doesn't know quite where he is, but he's not wearing pants. He's doing
Rico's Bucky Bang Bang
he's
spoilers.
rocking the no
I'm the
pants.
kid.
Yeah.
Rhodes the Kid.
Oh, you didn't even put our super special guest up.
She's like a black guy in the field.
Yeah, leave it to me to point out racist.
She was our special guest.
I think he needs to rap.
You could have composed. No, you could have composed.
Trying to like change the names all single file.
I
gotta go. I gotta come on. I gotta go.
Here we go.
And full course, people, that's all you need.
I woke up and I had a bowl of cereal. Got the milk.
No deal.
Got some water.
Don't know about that.
You don't know about that.
I took a sip. Make sure my cereal's right.
Oh, Captain Crunch.
Have a great night.
Maybe Crunch Berries.
So you know, I have a cereal.
Cereal.
My favorite part.
Cereal. Hat cereal. Hat cereal. Hat cereal.
You can't tell they're so fucking drunk.
Yeah, don't know about the line. Hat cereal. Maybe some cereal.
At this point, you start whipping and nay-nay.
Watch the nay-nay.
I love it.
To the children listening to this going, the whip and the nay-nay, that's dated. Yeah, this was filmed back in 2015.
We had cereal and lots of Fireball. And
We didn't eat cereal that night. It was a lot of like Fireball and Jack Daniels. That's what I remember.
Old Frankie Fabe from Dugway fame. Yeah, it boasts he'll never drink Fireball again.
Nope. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we will release this hot single.
On Spotify.
We need to get with like someone who like actually knows how to do sound production and like take out the laughing and stuff and actually like
No, I
condense
think
it.
that brings a special like gig.
My wife's losing her
quality
shit.
to it. We were having a blast that night.
We were having a fuck. That was beautiful. Rico fell asleep with the dogs. I think you drank like 4 King's cups. Was that the night that we were sticking dildos on lights?
Yes, probably.
Yes. Yeah, put a dildo on a light post.
One of the ending voice is Sherry Malalaza, whatever her last name is now. She's a big thing on Instagram and Twitter and stuff.
Way better than us. That's her also sitting on my counter, just losing her shit. But, ladies and gentlemen, we love you guys for watching, for listening. You guys are great. Thank you for listening, watching. Like, share, and subscribe.
Yes.
Click the links that appear anywhere over the screen and or in the description below. We put in links for the equipment and the things that we love and like to use. So,
last episode, I'll do it tomorrow morning.
yeah, we'll fucking figure it out. We are available on all streaming platforms to the best of my knowledge.
Yes.
Spotify, Apple Music, Google Music, Audible. We are all over the fucking place.
Texas
and you can listen to
Instruments.
us. T80. Fucking nail this up. Your Tamagotchi from 1996.
It's got Wi-Fi. You didn't know, bro?
Yeah. Your cassette no-skip Walkman. Also available on that.
I'm starting up the Discord now. If we can get 20...
Yeah, please jump in. I'm pretty sure we might just continue this and stream a little bit. Love you guys. Thank you for watching and listening. If you want to go into the Discord, get on our page. Let us know. We'll shoot you a link. Love you guys. Again, I love you. Love you all. But as always, when you truly let someone know you love them, you let them know the right way. And because from myself to you, as it will be for the end of time, go fuck yourself.
Go.